Okay, so this is what we're going to be starting off with. This is your template code. You can see when we click run, nothing happens. So here's what we're going to start off with first. We're going to add the player scissors. So player scissors. And this is what we're going to be doing. So we're going to say something like this. Player uh, rectangle is going to be equal to PyGame.rect. We're going to attach this to, or rather we're going to give it some value. So let's make the let's give it some values. Let's just say it's going to be in the middle. So we'll say x, y, and what else can we give it? So this is the value it's going to be at, and then we'll say that it's going to be uh, 80 across and 40 across, like so. Now this should work. Let's see if it does work. The reason why we're saying x and y is because it's necessary. We haven't actually rendered it in. Okay, so let's render it in right now. We'll add it here, render in shape. You can see why I'm going to separate this in just a minute. So we're going to use pygame.draw.rectangle attached to the surface. We're going to give it a player color. We're going to then give it the player rectangle attached to the player rectangle object. We've made. Now press play. Okay, it should. Okay, there we go. You can see that it moves. It's important that we use X and Y here to make sure that it moves correctly. If we don't, it will not move in the correct way. Perfect. So we made the scissors. Now what do we need to do? We need to make the rock. So let's do that right now. So rock. And this is going to be a static shape. So we'll do rock. Rect is going to be equal to pygame.rect. We're going to give it a, let's put it in the hundreds. So we'll put it in the corner, top left corner. And we're going to give it a size of 60. Let's make sure to draw this. So we're going to draw this now. We'll do pygame.draw.rect. Attach the window, give it a rock color. Let's see if it comes up. Rock default color. Yes, there we go. And attach to the rock rectangle. There we go. Press play. Should render in. Amazing. Great. Last one is going to be the paper. We'll do paper rect. It's not going to be a rectangle, but we're going to say rectangle just to make it easier. Pygame.rect right here. Let me just check my notes. Okay, wonderful. So we'll do pygame.rect like so. We're going to give it a 300. So this is the position. 300 minus radius. And we're going to have to change this. And you'll see why we're going to change it soon. I'm just giving it a certain position. And I'll say it's going to be radius like so. And that should work. I wonder why this is coming up as incorrect. Is it because we haven't defined a radius? Ah, yes, that's true. So do shape config, which stands for configuration. We'll do radius equals 40. So that should work. Amazing. Good. Now we can draw that in. So we'll do let's do pygame.draw.circle. We'll attach the rim. Like so, rim. We'll do paper default color. There we go. And then we'll do paper rect dot center. And we'll give it a radius. So now this should render in a circle, but there'll be a problem. Oh, actually, there won't be a problem. I thought this circle was going to be in the middle. Is there a reason it's not in the middle? Yes, it's because this is 120. Okay, fine. Perfect. So, great. Now you can see that we can move around. And yeah, even though it hits the shapes, nothing happens in the console. So let's change that, right? We need to make some collision mechanics. So how do we make collision mechanics? It's super easy. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make some collision mechanics after we render the shapes in. So or rather, after we render in, define the shapes, which is under shape config. So we'll do collisions right here. We're going to make a few collisions. So we're going to do collision rock with rock is going to be equal to player rectangle. collide rectangle. And if that collides with the rock rectangle, then that should be fine. I wonder if that's going to be okay. Why is this coming up as incorrect? Player direct, players direct, collide, rect, rock. Oh, it's fine now. Okay, perfect. Okay. Same thing again, this time collision with paper. So we'll do paper. Okay, I will do here paper. Very good. Play rect. Amazing. Good. Next thing. Good. We need to do if collision with rock. So basically, this doesn't do anything, but this doesn't do anything just now. It just sets up the collision. So if collision with rock is true, which means if these two are colliding, then we're going to say print. What do we print? Let's say you lose, or rather, rock beats scissors. Okay, and then we're going to change the color of the scissors and change the color of the rock. So we're going to say rock default color is now equal to win color, and we'll say player color is now equal to lose. And this is updating every sec, well, 60 times a second. So you're going to see what happens now. Nothing, but with a rock, oh look, you can see it works perfectly, right? And in our console, you can see that it actually does run something if we get rid of everything. Where is the, there we go. It's running infinitely, you can see. So good, we'll press stop. We'll do the same thing, this time with if collision with paper. We'll say scissors beats paper. And this should be paper default color is now going to be equal to lose color. And this should be win color. There we go. Perfect. Great. So let's see if that works correctly. Press play. Oh, that does not work correctly. Why? What's happened here? So rock beats scissors if collision with paper. That's correct. Print scissors beats paper. Is that being printed? It's not being printed, so it's not recognizing that this is rendering. I wonder why. Layer.react. If it goes with a paper rectangle, is there a paper rectangle? Is that correct? There is one right there. Okay, let's play that again, see what happens. Maybe there was an error. This one works, okay. This one, oh, now it works. Aha. So you can see that there is some sort of mistake here. So while I find that, I'm going to pause the video. I'll find this quickly, and then I'll show you the fix. Okay, so we found the issue, and you can see it works perfectly fine now. Yes, you can see it works. The reason it was not working is because this value right here, these need to be set to radius times 2. Because if it's not set to radius times 2, well, it won't work correctly, is the short of it. Yeah, so we just need to make sure that this is set in the correct way. Because if we just use radius, it's going to be a smaller circle inside the circle rather than being the entire circle. You might have picked up on that before me, which if you have, great job. Good. So you can see the collision mechanics work now. Okay, great. The right things are changing color. Yeah, good. We lose here. We win here. That's why we're green. That's why we're red. Perfect. Now it's a bit confusing, right? Because, well, these shapes are just, well, shapes. So let's actually add in some text. And that will be a really good way to show which shape is what shape so that your user can easily, very easily see what's happening. So we'll add it in here, text. So the first thing we're going to do is add it in a few things. So we added in the circles and the rectangles. Good. So let's add in scissors text. Okay. We'll do one at a time for this. So this will be equal to, we'll just copy and paste this in because we're running out of time. There we go. Good. And now we're going to actually attach this to the window and to the scissors, which is what we do here. So let's press play and see if that works. Actually, this should be second, I believe. And here. Oh, hang on. There is something going on that's strange here. Why is this underneath? Scissors are text. Okay, perfect. And Wint, lit, scissors, text, scissors, text. Yeah, that's actually separates out so we can see easier. Okay, good. There. This is a separate thing. Very good. Okay, my code is being very interesting. There we go. Okay, perfect. Let's make this smaller. Okay, just so we can see. Good. This is in here. Okay, that's in there. Okay, so what's happening here? Okay, and is there any reason why this shouldn't be? There we go. Perfect. Okay, good. So scissors the text. Okay, this is a step get rectangle. Is this the reason? Get rect. There is no get rect. I think this needs to change to something else because right now it's just in the center. This should be player rect, no? Player rect? No, get rect. If this doesn't work, I'll pause and see what the issue is, and I'll get back to you in just a moment because it should be rendering on top of the rectangle. So let me pause and I'll find out the issue, and I'll get back to you in just a moment. Okay, so as soon as I press pause, I found the issues because we're doing it before the shapes. So if we do it like this after the shapes, it'll be fine. So let's copy and paste this over. We'll do a few more. So this will be rock text, and this will be paper text, paper text. Good. Do rock right here. This will be rock text right there, right there. Okay, good. And this should be rock rectangle. There we go. That should work. This should be paper, and this should be paper text, get circle. This should be get. Actually, that's just technically a circle, so that's fine. We'll do paper rectangle. There we go. And now that should be okay. And that's pretty much everything we need to do. Now, there are some things you can do to make this better, but I'm going to leave that to you guys. Okay, great. Good. And the console is, yeah, scissors, beat paper. Okay, what about now? We go to rock. Anything change? Does not change. Why? Rock beats paper is because it's running from the bottom. Yes, rock beats scissors. Okay, good. What about now? Scissors beats paper. Okay, perfect. It is running as expected. Okay, so that's pretty much it. There's quite a lot of code there, but it's not difficult code. Bit tricky, but not difficult. So hopefully this should be okay. I'll send you the worksheet. I'll send you the homework and have a wonderful time doing this homework. I think it's quite fun. Next week, we're going to do something even more interesting with PyGame, and we're going to start to build some really interesting things. So see you guys in the next lesson. Have a wonderful week. Goodbye.